Welcome back to Real Lounge Entertainment, everybody. As always, I'm Mike, and I'm here with another movie review for you. And today's movie, Flamin' Hot. So make sure to grab your favorite snack, make it flamin' hot, and sit back and watch my review of Flamin' Hot. Flamin' Hot. So like I said, we're reviewing the movie Flamin' Hot from 2023. This movie is rated PG-13, has a runtime of 1 hour, 39 minutes, a 67% on Rotten Tomatoes. Now, I couldn't find a budget at all because it was a direct-to-streaming movie, so sometimes it's a little harder to find, but we're talking a lower to mid-budget. And it didn't release in the theater, so there's no box office to talk about. So it's kind of hard to judge the success or not success of this movie. Now, before we get any further, I guess I should say spoiler warning, but there's not really too many things to spoil in this movie. Going into it, you already know this is about the guy who created the flavor Flamin' Hot for Frito-Lay. So take that away, there's not really much to spoil. And before we get any further, let me know in the comments, do you like Flamin' Hot Cheetos, or is it a no for you? Now our movie Flamin' Hot centers around the character Richard. He's a former drug dealer, but then his wife gets pregnant and he has a kid. And because of this, he wants to get a more serious job and get out of that life. So after searching and searching and searching, getting denied everywhere, he convinces people at Frito-Lay to hire him as a janitor. He takes this job with pride and wants to learn everything he can. He starts trying to learn how the machines work, from Clarence, the engineer. He's asking people who deliver the stuff, how do you deliver and stock the shelves? He wants to know everything he can so he can move up with this company. And years and years and years go by and nothing happens. But then one day he goes into work and the manager of his factory says, here's a video message from the CEO, Roger. Watch it, don't watch it, I don't care. He, holding his mop, is the only one standing there and watches the video, and it's as if the CEO is talking to him. We can feel the connection he has. He even says his name because he's fantasizing about it. And he says, act like a CEO and let's help this company because all the snack sales have just been decreasing and people are losing their jobs. So he comes up with a great plan. No one makes snacks for the Latino market, and why not try to hit that market? There's tons of sales available. So he goes home and brainstorms how to make flavors for the Latino market. His wife Judy at first is kind of against the idea, but eventually convinces her. Together, they make a flavor and test it on their son. Ow, 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 ow! It burns!
Burns good or burns bad?
It burns good. So after a whole bunch of trial and error, they get the flavor they want, and they directly go over all the managers because they won't help and send it to the CEO, Roger. It is very enthusiastic that he watched the video and is trying to think like a CEO, just like he said. So he says, okay, ship me the flavor and I'll try it. Next thing you know, he's trying it, it's burning, but then he takes another bite and keeps eating it. Then he calls Richard on the phone and says, okay, let's do a test run. We need 50,000 cases. Now everyone in the factory seems mad that Richard did this and went over the head of all the managers. But they test the market and there's no marketing out there from the company, so the product bombs. It stays on shelves and no one buys it. Just as they're about to get canceled, just as the factory is about to close, he just decides, why don't we take the leftover product and go to the streets ourselves and try to sell this to people. So next thing you know, all of his former drug dealer friends and everyone in the factory is coming to get the extra boxes and just go into the streets. This gives us a very fun scene where his drug dealer friends are in a car on the alley and all these little kids are walking by and they're giving them bags of Cheetos. And they're just like, hey, first one's free. Next one you got to pay for. Just a little fun scene, probably one of my favorite scenes in the movie. After that, the product just explodes in the market, and Roger calls him and says, we're going to need 5 million cases. And, that's history. The product explodes, becomes one of the best-selling snack flavors of all time, and it's kind of a happy ending. Richard advances in the company and gets a whole new job where he just tests flavors for different markets and different, countries and stuff like that. And he's happy. His family's happy. Now he makes a living, can live his dream life. And everyone else gets to keep their job in the factory. His friend Clarence gets to move up in the company, which he wanted to. And it's just a really feel-good movie. Now, this movie is supposed to be based on a true story. And from what I've read, there is a little bit of this is true, this is not true. So it's hard to tell what's truth and what's made up for the movie. But you know what? Honestly, I don't really care. I know this man played a big part in the company, whether this is true or not. and the movie itself is fun and a feel-good movie, and I just love it. It's been a long time since I've seen a movie like this that everything seems positive. All the characters are positive. You root for this family. You root for Richard. You root for Judy. You root for their kids. You root for the friends. Everyone. They're so positive. You just get behind them and you want them to succeed and win. And you are just so happy when it finally happens. I mean, you know it's going to happen, but watching this movie, you almost kind of forget for a second. And then when it finally happens at the end, you are just as excited as they are. Hollywood doesn't make movies like this anymore, and I really miss it. Hollywood kind of feels like everyone needs to have a dark edge. We need to have a horrible history, sad this, sad that. And there's a little bit of sadness in his past, but he overcame everything. Now here's a note for this movie. This is the directorial debut of Eva Longoria, and guess what? She did a great job. I think the future is very strong for her directing movies, and I can't wait to see what the next one's going to be. And another little fun note is, before I made this, it's been years since I've had Flamin' Hot anything, because I didn't think I liked them. But eating them for this video, I think they're pretty good. So here we are. What do I give this movie on a 0 to 5 rating? 5 being the best, 0 being not worth watching at all. I give it a solid 3. It doesn't really stretch anything in Hollywood. It doesn't change the rules. It doesn't try to be crazy original, anything like that. But it doesn't need to be. It's just a solid, fun movie that I will definitely be rewatching in the future. So I think a 3 out of 5 is a pretty solid score. So thanks for watching this video. Make sure to grab a bag of Flamin' Hot Cheetos, and we'll see you next week with another movie review.
Good.